7. More into Number 8 kind of goes along. I did sign language version again. Your family struggling with inflation? Give me a thumbs up down below. And today I am going to share with you 10 frugal living tips that will help your family save money. Number one is simple. Write every subscription you have down. Back in the past, the only subscriptions that we typically had were magazines and newspaper. Any subscription that you have, whether it's monthly or yearly, write it down. You will be astonished at how much you are spending on subscriptions alone. Forget the bundling. Back in the day, it used to be Charter, and that was the only option that you had for TV. Now there's so many subscriptions that you can have that it adds up quickly. Spotify is one, Amazon Plus, all of those subscriptions. Write them all down, and you will be astonished at how much you are spending monthly and or yearly on subscriptions. That way you can take a clear look at which ones you can really use and use often and want to keep, or ones that you want to get rid of. So write them all down. That way you can cancel the ones that you no longer use or use very little, and be picky about the ones that you want. Number 2 is put all of your errands in one outing. What do I mean? If you have a bunch of errands that you need to run, whether it's to go to Walmart or Goodwill or Target or Sam's Club or Costco, any of your errands, try to put them all in one day. What that will do is not only can you plan your day out a little bit better so you can utilize gas better, you're not running back and forth from the house to different stores separately, you're doing all of your errands all in one day. It saves you on gas, but also it helps you feel the pinch of how much you're spending. So if you run to Walmart and say spend easily $150 with 3 bags of groceries, and then you decide to go to Costco, or you could decide to go to Target, which is one of my favorites, you will not realize how much you're spending. By doing it all in one day, you will feel that pinch because you're like, oh, do I really need to spend this much money in one day? It's a lot. It feels like a lot. And that will help you save money, because then you start thinking, do I really need this item? And how many hours do I need to work to pay for this item? It will help you start thinking of all of those things. So place all of your errands in one trip to help you save money on gas, as well as help you realize how much you're actually spending. Number three is make a routine gas stop that will allow you to save money. So what I mean by that is, if you have a gas station that you know is a lot cheaper than all of the other gas stations, and you tend to pass it, say on a Tuesday, routinely stop there. Add it in. That way you're not purposely leaving your house to go fill up and go out of your way to save money on gas, which is actually spending money on gas because you're using gas to do it, but routinely put it in. One of the ways that we do that is we happen to have a Sam's Club that I pass by routinely every week. By doing that, I add it on to my stop. Even if I'm at half a tank, I go ahead and I stop there. That allows me to not only save money, because Sam's gas is like 20 to 30 cents cheaper than most gas stations per gallon. It also gives me perks to when I spend money at Sam's Club. So by buying gas at Sam's, I'm able to save money when I actually shop at Sam's Club. Use those benefits. Save the money. So if you happen to have a gas station that you know will save you money or give you those redeemable perks or rewards, use it. Routinely stop there. Even if you have half a tank, go ahead and stop. Make sure you stop. Get that half a tank so you can fill up, routinely do it, and then you save money on gas because you're not having to stop because you're in a pickle and you're about to be on empty and have to stop at the most expensive gas station. Make it a routine. Sometimes you need to go out and run errands. That's when you put them all in one day. But number 4 is the simplest one of all, and you're gonna think I'm crazy, but it's so easy and such a good way to save money. Stay home. Number 4 is stay home. If you go out, you are so much more likely to window shop, which turns into buying something, or even when you randomly go to a grocery store for one item, you end up coming out with bags full of items and you're thinking, oh, what on earth was I thinking? I just spent $400 easily at Walmart and I didn't need to. By staying home, you are making a conscious effort to stay home and not spend money. Number 5 kind of goes with number 4. Don't shop, maintain. By making a conscious effort to stay home, you then utilize that day to not go shopping, but maintain things that you already have. When I say maintain, I mean if you have, say, a broken vacuum cleaner, which is what we have right now, instead of going out and buying a brand new one, maybe YouTube it, and figure out how to fix it. By doing that, I saved our $400 from buying a whole brand new vacuum cleaner that we didn't really need to buy. I could have just fixed the one that we had if I had stayed home and actually took the chance to take that time of driving to a store, spending more money, and actually YouTubing it and trying to solve it and figure it out myself. Same thing with other items like princess dresses. If you have princess dresses or stuffed animals that have holes in them, learn how to sew them up. Instead of going out and buying all new things, just maintain the items that you have. Clean something, fix something, update something. Whatever it is, use what you have here at the home to try to fix and maintain items that you already have, instead of going out and buying all brand new ones. It is so easy. We have such an American mindset of trying to replace, oh, it broke, let's just go buy another one. That doesn't save you money. What really saves you money is trying to figure out how to fix it and see if it's a simple fix. You never know. I am not a handy person, but when it comes to saving money, if I think I can easily fix it, I'm gonna YouTube it. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna do my best to try. Sometimes you can't, that's not a big deal, but lose the American mindset of let's just throw it, toss it, Goodwill it. Let's try to fix it, maintain it. Don't go shopping and buy a brand new one, just maintain what you got. Number six is decluttering your house and using those items to then sell to a store like Plato's Closet, who takes teen clothes and adult clothes and will give you money for them, as well as another store we have in our area is Once Upon a Child. I love Once Upon a Child because I have 4 kids, and with 4 kids comes a lot of clothes. And by staying home, decluttering my house, taking those items and then selling, whether it's toys, they also take toys, or clothes to Once Upon a Child, they will then pay me for those items to resell later, kind of like a thrift store, but not so much. It's not Goodwill because you get paid for it. And they also give me 6% off on my next purchase, which is awesome. I apply that all the time. So not only am I selling items to that store, but then they are also paying me and giving me a 6% discount on my next purchase. Another place that we have, or another thing that comes around, is switcheroos. We have that twice a year. And by selling items at switcheroos, you get to go in early and you get a discount. And it's so awesome because you're selling your decluttered items by using your stay-at-home day to organize those items and find them to then sell them, and you get paid for it. So that's a way that not only am I saving money, but I'm also earning money from things that I already had at my house. Number seven is moving more into a food category. Number 7, we save money by taking food that is going to go bad because I know it's not going to get used, and preserving it somehow. So number 7 is preserving food. If you have leftover garlic cloves sitting on your counter that you're not using, turn them into garlic salt. If you have bananas that are about to go bad because they're turning brown and you don't foresee them getting eaten by then, break them in half, stick them in a Ziploc freezer bag in the freezer, and you can turn them into smoothies later on. Taking cilantro. This recently, I was making a bunch of salsa and I bought way too much cilantro. So I took it and I dehydrated it so that I can use it later on. Taking items that you bought and spent money on at the grocery store that you know are going to go bad before you're able to use them, and trying to plan ahead so that you can preserve them in a way that you will actually utilize them. I do this all the time with fruit, vegetables, herbs, anything that I possibly can. Number eight, it kind of goes along with the previous one of preserving foods, but when you have leftovers, number 8 is utilizing those leftovers to plan ahead for separate meals. If you have leftovers from one meal that you know aren't going to get eaten, utilize those leftovers and apply them to a future meal. Recently, we had hot dogs and hamburgers for Labor Day, which I'm sure many of you did. So the next day, I knew we had a bunch of hot dogs left over and I didn't want them to go to waste. And my kids weren't in the mood for just having normal hot dogs. What I did was I cut those hot dogs up, put them in macaroni and cheese, and put a large side of vegetables on the side. And it was a whole new meal, but they absolutely loved it. Another thing that we love to do is taking ham or turkey from Thanksgiving or any other meal of the year and applying it to make ham and cheese sliders or turkey sliders or anything like that that you can turn from one meal into a next meal. Go ahead and plan to do that. That way, instead of putting it in your refrigerator and thinking, oh, we'll eat that later, you're not going to eat it later. Go ahead and plan to eat it later in another completely separate meal. And that way you're not wasting money. You're not using that money to make all of that food and then it going to waste and being thrown away in the refrigerator. Go ahead and apply it to a new meal and plan for that meal. Number nine, and we are almost done, so hang in there. Number 9 is rotate the snacky foods. And one of you guys gave me that idea. That was fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing. You guys are awesome. And I love this community of encouragement that we are building for each other. If you have any ideas, put them down in the comments below. But one other family shared their idea of rotating snacky foods. And I just loved it. I thought that was a great idea because then you're allowing yourself to have those snack foods in your budget and rotating them instead of feeling like you have to buy all the different cookies or all the different chips. Maybe buy 1 or 2 and then the next week buy 2 different kinds. So rotate them in and out. This will help save you money because then you're not buying all of the snacky foods. You don't want to spend money on that because snacky foods adds up to a lot. This goes into number 10. Number 10 is buy and shop ingredients. Are you an ingredient family or a pre-made meal family? If you're an ingredient family, you buy things like flour, sugar, chocolate chips, butter, whatever it is that you utilize to cook often. You buy separate vegetables, buy the meat, buy the ingredients to make the marinade sauce, buy ingredients to make your dinner versus the pre-made frozen lasagnas, pre-made frozen meals of some sort, pre-made frozen pizzas, all of those things. Which one are you? By shopping ingredients, you will save so much money. But you got to learn to cook a little bit. If you can baby step it, stair step it in, if maybe tell yourself, I'm going to cook 2 nights a week. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. I've already shown you one of my super simple dinners earlier in this video. Shop ingredients, make a simple meal, learn something simple. It doesn't have to be fancy, but buy the ingredients for it, even a meat in 3. Then you're not shopping all of the multiple different ingredients. You can just choose any kind of meat that you want, a vegetable, a potato. There you go. And don't shop pre-made potatoes. Buy a bag of potatoes, peel them, learn how to cook them. It's very simple. Teach yourself how to cook and shop ingredients to make meals. If you buy pre-made meals, those are so much more expensive because you're paying somebody else to make it for you. And then on top of that, you're also paying for the packaging, the marketing for that item, all of those things. If you shop ingredients, you're not paying for much of that at all. You're buying it to make it yourself. Does it take more time? Yes. But are you looking to save money? That is an ideal way to save money, is learn how to cook simple stuff and stair step it in. Tell yourself, I'm just going to cook 1 or 2 meals this week more than I did last week. You will find that your shopping list and your grocery budget will shrink so much. So shop ingredients, learn how to cook. That will save you money. I really hope that you found this video helpful. If you have any tips and tricks of saving money for grocery shopping or living frugal, put them in the comments below. Let us know what your family uses. That way we can grow this community of encouragement and help each other. Please like, subscribe, and share. And I just want to say thank you so much for joining me here today at Autumn Leigh at Home. I hope to see you guys next time.